We, the fathers who are the members of Parish Mission Preaching Team, started the first day with the Lord in adoration. As we celebrated the foundation day of our congregation, we reflected about the zeal of our founder and forefathers. Also, members explained to us about their own ministries in their respective places. In the session, Sister spoke about fivefold ministries that we need to do as preachers and priests. First, proclaim the good news. Second, cure the sick. Third, raise the dead. Fourth, cleanse the leper. Fifth, cast out demon. Let us experience the Lord as we reflect on the different topics and talks as we see.
To thank the Lord for all His blessings and graces. And each day the Lord gives us the numerous reasons to thank Him. We thank the Lord for the good health that we enjoy, for the gift of our family and friends that He has blessed us with. We thank Him for the wisdom and insights that He has given us. We thank Him for the success and achievements. But more importantly, today being 24th October, we have a very special reason to thank the Lord for. Today being the foundation day of our congregations, we have a very special reason to thank Him. It is on this day, in 1838, Father Mermier at Annecy in France founded the missionaries of the St. Francis Missions. And it is very fitting that on this foundation day, as we celebrate 185 years of existence of our congregations, we all of us here gather around this Eucharistic table to thank Him for His blessings and graces. Let us raise our hearts and minds to God, a sense of gratitude for His guidance and presence in helping our congregations to grow by leaps and bounds. And on this Foundations Day, as we turn to God in gratitude, let these words resonate in our hearts and minds. What thanks, O Lord, can we render Thee for the gift Thou hast showered on us. Each day we will sing of Thy and glory. The best way to thank the Lord is to thank Him through this Eucharistic celebration. Let us then, as we thank God for His manifold blessings that He has showered on our congregation and on each of us, let's also continue to pray for our general administration, for our Superior General, all the General, all the Provincial Courier, and for each one of us, for the gift of wisdom and the discernment that all of us will be able to discern His will, to be able to contribute our best in taking our congregations forward. And today, in the Gospel passage, the Lord also invites us to be vigilant and watchful. For we do not know the day, we do not know the time when the Lord is going to come. It is important for us to be watchful, to be vigilant. Let us then ask the Lord to give us this grace, especially as we partake in this holy grace, to be watchful and vigilant. And let's also be sorry for the times we have not been watchful, not been vigilant, and ask His pardon and mercy for this.
In the first reading, we heard something about sin, and in the Gospel, we heard about being vigilant. So, on this happy occasion of Foundation Day, I'd like to speak a little bit connected with these two something for our own spiritual life from what we see what happened at that time, as well as how Father Mermier handled the situation. So today as we celebrate this festival, let us scroll back to the time of Father Mermier and his desire to be fully involved in parish mission. We can recall to mind his clarion call, "I want missions." A two-man army consisting of Father Favre and Father Mermier were convinced that the clergy and the faithful had gone far away from Jesus Christ and the church on account, of course, of the French Revolution and the values prevalent at that time, and also probably by the influence of the Protestant pastors. They were convinced that a return to Christ called for an action at all levels of society. Now we know that Father Favre was a very hot-headed and impatient partner of Father Mermier. And he was very much convinced that the first thing that needed to be done was the reform of the clergy, because they too had gone far away from the church. And this is what he says to Father Mermier: "What use are the missions if there are no good priests? And how can they be good priests without good minor and major seminaries? And how can they be good seminaries without men suited to the training of priests?" So very beautifully he connects everything to show the importance of various areas of our formation, particularly how we as priests should live good lives. And he's told very clearly, "The clergy sickens me." Can you imagine? The clergy sickens me. So much he was so angry with what he saw around happening in society, particularly in the church. And in response, in one of his letters, Father Mermier wrote to Father Favre, "Religion can only pick up in Savoy by means of missions. Missions are an indispensable weapon in the fight against indifference and ignorance." So these two things were prevalent among the people. They became indifferent and they were also ignorant of what they were supposed to know about the church and the faith. The parish mission, as it was called in those days, was a God-given opportunity of bestowing substantial basic teaching. And the purpose was to strengthen the faith of the people and help them to renew their lives. And the reform of clergy was achieved by pastoral retreats. And the people of those days commonly looked on the missioners as extraordinary men, called in to combat the most rampant irregularities, to correct the worst abuses, and to remedy the greatest evils. So this is very briefly what I could pick up from the book of Adrian Duval regarding how they went about and how they began this mission. So it's good that we also reflect and see, as people call for mission preaching, to be on this team and they come for this gathering, what is our role and how are we trying to do, or what are we trying to do to improve the very quality of our lives, so that in our preaching we also can help our people to grow in the faith. The second point I would like to focus on is what Father Mermier went through, particularly in the founding of our congregation. We'll pick up and see some points how he was able to handle things. How many of you have an ATM card? Okay, some of you will not ask you to withdraw money for us, but most of us don't have an ATM card. I personally don't have an ATM card. Manas will give us an ATM card later on at least to see the hopefully it's in the site, in the upcoming chapter. One day I was passing by an ATM cabin and I looked in. And as I looked in, I saw a man standing on one leg. He was standing on one leg. And I thought maybe that is the way to withdraw money. So I stood there for some time and I looked at him and he did nothing. He only stood on one foot. He did not withdraw any money. So out of curiosity, I entered and asked him, "Hello sir, what are you doing?" And this is what he responded, "I am checking my balance." So he was checking his balance by standing on one foot. So as we go back to our as we celebrate our foundation day, once again go back to Father Mermier and let us look and see how he handled this problem of checking his balance when he had to decide in the establishment of our congregation. Father Mermier, after many years of mission preaching, diagnosed the religious situation of his time. Only gradually did he sense the irreplaceable role of parish mission, the necessity of a religious congregation of missioners, and the meaning and patronage of Saint Francis de Sales. So, three very important points. Very, very important that we have parish mission, and then we need to come together as a team. That's why we need to found the congregation, and of course, get the inspiration from none other than Saint Francis de Sales. We're told he even drew up a constitution, a rule of life for religious, which he called Congregation of the Oblates of Saint Francis de Sales. Father Mermier, who had a deep longing for solitude and an interior life, had often thought about religious life. He even contemplated joining either the Society of Jesus or the Capuchins. Thank God he didn't join any of them. Others today, none of us would be sitting here. God had a different role for him, and he accepted that role. As he continued his parish mission preaching tirelessly and without rest, he was helped by a few priests, because the bishop also realized that he required help, and so he allowed him to borrow a few priests. So we see how the team began to grow. First, we had Father Abbe Allard. He became Father Mermier's companion. Second, then we had Father Rocher, a parish priest who was very happy to see the example of Father Mermier, and he also decided to join him. Unfortunately, because of bad health, he had to leave the company of Father Mermier. Then we had Father Jean-Baptiste Rebello, who was superior of the Evian College, who also joined the group. Then we had a very young priest, the Jack Martin, who joined Father Mermier. We know that he came to India and he died in Yanam in 1846. Then we had another young priest who joined, Father Philip Gaidon. He was the one who longed for a life of prayer and apostolate. And so he said the best thing to do is to join Father Mermier. And we know that he became the second Secretary General of our congregation in 1862. Finally, we had Father Jean-Pierre Ducrot, who joined the missioners. So they formed a tiny group, a tiny community of 6 people. And we know that they all lived in the seminary at MSC. What was mainly in their mind? The main uppermost was in their mind that we all need to stick together. We all need to stick together. So come together. That is what we need to do. And Father Mermier had a very clear vision. He had a very high idea of religious life, which he considered was indispensable for mission life. This is what he wrote. The sincere and steadfast wish of the missioners has always been to establish a close unity among themselves and form a congregation that is properly set up. So his mind was working slowly towards that, and he was trying to inspire this group of priests who were with him. Unfortunately, he had to face a major problem, and in that way now he had to check his balance. Monsieur Allard realized that this was no place for him, and he decided to give up the good work. This was a very, very severe blow to Father Mermier, we are told. He said he had lost his right hand, his confidant, and a friend for so many years. Secondly, for health reason, another one, Father Revilo had to retire from the company. In 1831, he left them. Then, Father Martin and Father Lucro also talked of leaving. The only one who remained steadfast was Father Dino. Father Vermeer to test him asked him, "My friend, you are free. Just make up your mind which side you would like to take. If you leave me, after 10 years of trial, I shall be alone. My resolve is unshakable. My longings are the same. I want mission work."
I am Father Juan Lambor Karanoit, belong to the Brugger province. Originally I am from Shillong, and at present I am working in Gaspati, Mexico, as the Dean of Study in the seminary, and also helping in the parish there in Gaspati, Nagaland. So that is, thank you very much.
I am Father Peter Marat, originally from Meghalaya, Karo Hills, and right now I am working in St. Paul Parish, Panisale, under Guwahati Archdiocese. I belong to Guwahati province. Let's begin with hand.
I'm Lalit Tigga, presently working in Chhattisgarh. We have new mission of Nagpur province. We have a mission on schools coming up. There, the superior and parish priest, and also the school protecting church.
Good morning, Reverend Fathers. I am Fransalians. I belong to Vishakhapatnam province. Right now I am doing my ministry in Achipara. We have a school, CBSE school and parish. Thank you. Hello fathers, I am Father Christopher Lakra, Pune province, working in Mumra, that is called second, in Pakistan, of India. So, it is in Mumbai. So, I am very special.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Father Jerry from Southeast Province. I belong to the batch of Father Johnson Communication with other classmates. And I was working in MSFS seminary. I was in the formation of the boarding. Now, just recently got transferred and became the principal of MSFS school in Nallat, Pudur, near Tirunelveli in Tamil Nadu. I'm so happy to meet you all and enjoy these sessions here. Thank you very much.
After each one's introduction, let us give a big hand.
Fathers, my name is Prakuri Bhanis. I belong to Guwahati province, and I work in Parish in Jazz, and also in Policy Mission as administrator.
Good morning, everyone. I am Father Anil Kiran, belong to Southwest India province. I am working as assistant parish priest in Fransalians Church of Parish. Thank you.
Good morning, fathers. I am Father
Anil Kumar, belong to Western Province. Right now working as a parish priest in Kerala Parish.
Father Sebastian Conrad, Southwest Province, the PMP coordinator, and the parish priest of St. Alfonso Parish in Mysore Diocese. Thank you.
I am Father Udayraj, Southeast India Province. At present, I am working in Mundapi, that's in Belgaum Diocese, the parish priest and manager of a group of schools. Thank you very much.
Good morning, dear fathers. I am Father Selvaraj, belong to Southwest Province. I am working in Bangalore Diocese. Next called personally one of the oldest mission of our Ministries. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I am Father Peter Dominic. At the moment, I am in Orissa, one of our parishes, Pandripalli, one of the biggest, and I am the parish priest and the superior of the house. I am very happy to meet all of you here. This is really a good chance to meet all of us. Thank you.
I am Father S. comes to Southeast and the superior of MSFS Project Southeast and correspondent of CBSE school. It's the first time I'm currently here as a parish mission. So happy to be here.
I'm Father Joby Matthew, belonging to County Province, fully involved in retreat preaching. So I'm director of a retreat center and also counsel with the mission. And I'm happy to be here.
Good morning, dear fathers and dear sisters. I am Father Diego Fernandez, belonging to Pune Province, and I am presently working in St. Jude's Church, Belgaum, and also helping Father Albert in his channel www. Word with the Word. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Province, working in Body Ready Management Center, Umroi, Shillong.
I am Father Santosh Salve, MSFS. In the year 2003, when we came here at Newcastle, and Father Manoj was our third year, and he was doing his third year philosophy, and that time onwards, Father Angelo had said good things in him, and he was our guide. He used to teach us how to use computers, and he was very good in sports, and that today we see that Father Manoj is standing here as a provincial of Nagpur province. We are very happy to see him as a leader of the province. And on this foundation day, I want to tell you, especially when the missionaries came from Visakhapatnam to here, Nagpur. From here, we were evangelized to Aurangabad side. And I am a true MSFS because I am evangelized by MSFS missionaries. I am happy to be a true MSFS, evangelized by MSFS missionaries in Nagpur. And as of now, I am a parish priest of St. Fransalians Parish in Alasova. Thank you.
Father Joseph from Visakhapatnam province. Right now, I'm in Rose Hill Shrine. I've been PMP ministry for a long standing in this line of ministry. I feel very happy to continue. And today on this beautiful day, I also share like Santosh. I also come from a parish where 160 years ago, our missionaries started evangelization in Palakunda. After Jnana Visakhapatnam also was and to other priests are from this place. And today on this day, our provincial is laying foundation stone for the minor center in Indonesia. Yes, he is right now there recording the missionary spirit of the province that is being extended.
Good morning, friends. I'm Jay Kumar, Southeast India Province. At present, I am St. Thomas More. I am into this ministry for PAP ministry for past 10 years, and also St. Thomas More being a relative center. I am there in the relative center for this ministry for 12 years and preaching ministry. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Father Varghese Manikitan, belonging to Dibrugarh province, consulate in charge of mission, and at present I am working in Arunachal Pradesh as a parish priest into the ministry 5 years now. Thank you.
I am Brother Jason, belong to Pune province. I am board of the Ministry of Evangelization. And I'm staying with the Father Sunday Sunday. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Father Melroy Cabrera of this province, presently working in Jalna Mission, parish priest for small church there, manager of the school here in the community. Happy to be here and happy to have all of you here. Thank you. When I was in Jalna, Father Manoj was there, so I told him, I'm your boss now. Till 14 midnight, they happened to be my boss.
I come from the soil where the great missionary St. Francis Xavier landed from Goa. My name is Father Jose Fernandez. I am a parish priest in charge for remote missions in Goa, South Goa. I am also the ACIC in charge for missions. I am happy to be in Nagpur after 15 years. I am happy to be here.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Father Sandeep Tenki, MSFS belonging to this province. At present, I am working in Fransalians, Odisha as a rector. Thank you.
staying in a house called Nalam, de-addiction center in Fransalians. He gave his regards to you all to have a good days for retreat and the caring. And I am running 2 YouTube channels, namely Nalam Healing Channel, 2 minutes of adoration every day, which has completed 1,000 days without prayer. Also, YouTube channel for the youth, SFS Youth 2020. So it's for the youth, and 2 channels are running from our house. I'm very glad that we have come together to learn from each other. I'm sure all of our sharings will enrich each other, and we'll be going back to our places to the ministry of the Lord. Thank you.
I am the second last. I am Joseph Kainamangalam, KV Joseph, belong to this province. Right now I am in Dukka diocese. We have 2 communities there. I am there as the mission development in charge, also parish priest, also manager of the school, also foster director, and secretary of the community. So I am in the PMP team right from the beginning. So I am very happy to be with all members, also the new members. Thank you very much. I am happy to welcome you. Thank you.
Good morning, dear friends. This is Father Parish. I am in Nanded, and I am assistant parish priest of MSFS Church, Nanded. Now I am working in the school as an administrator. Thank you.
Let us put the shawl around the shoulder and stand and give a big hand to all of us.
Reverend Sister LC MSMI spoke about the charisms of the Holy Spirit. Also, we planted a plant on the foundation day of our congregation.